how did the original FNAF look when it first came out? Now, you may just tell me, hey, Paxter, you can go back in time and look at 2014 and see how FNAF looked then. It looks the same now. That's how FNAF looked in the beginning. But I mean, what did it look like in its demo? Now, there were some images online about how FNAF looked during this time before it came out even to its full version in 2014. Now, what Editing Paxter should be doing right now is showing these images of the supposed beta of FNAF 1. Now, if Editing Paxter showed you correctly, he would have showed you a picture of what was supposed to be Foxy in the last game, in the final product. Now, I am just going to come right off the bat and tell you guys that that photo of whatever that was is not Foxy. According to my own research online about how the beta actually looked when it came out in the demo, Foxy never once looked like that. According to my research, Scott Cawthon said himself that Foxy was a last addition to the game. So he didn't have much of a demo-like design. His design in the demo is what you see in the final game because he didn't have time to have months and months and months of different concept designs. Neither did Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica. We know this by going back in time and seeing when Scott Cawthon launched FNAF on Kickstarter for the first time. So the Kickstarter launch was about 3 months before the game came out, and the page of course featured full gameplay screenshots and I think even a downloadable demo, and in that demo characters look nothing like how they do in these images I just showed you, or Editing Paxter should have showed you earlier. So before anyone hops in the comments and tells me that I'm wrong on saying that these designs aren't real, you can go back on the Kickstarter pretty much in time and look at the demo for FNAF 1 and you will not see these designs. You may see some minor changes of course because that's the demo after all, but you won't see any overall changes in the characters. So what you see between Bonnie, Freddy, Chica, and Foxy in these images is really just high quality renders of concepts of what they would have looked like in a beta build, and they just add effects on top of it to make it look more realistic. Now because I don't want this video being like 2 minutes long, I'm gonna pad it out with some theories on what I think it would have looked like if this was the actual beta build. Now I think for the most part the game would have had pretty similar type jump scares and stuff, and an overall atmosphere that stays the same. Now for the character designs, most of them look pretty much the same except for Freddy and Foxy. Foxy looks like a wolf and Freddy just looks kind of the same, but he has smaller eyes, and maybe the only difference for Chica being that she might not have eyebrows in the photo. Other than that, it's kind of hard to tell because Chica in the photo that I'm showing is only really showing her head and someone's mouse clicker on top of it. Oh, and I forgot, her eyes are green in this photo. In the final game, they are purple. Now, if this was an actual beta build, like a demo build for Chica, and you did plop this build into the original game that was the final, I don't think there'd be much of a difference in how Chica really looks to most players. I think in this concept build for demo Chica, she looks pretty much the same. Like just changing her eye color and removing her eyebrows hasn't really done much, and I think that's a good thing. Now for Bonnie, I should have 2 photos for him. So the first photo is him in this concept demo build, is him basically looking the same as he does in the original game, but he does have like these kind of freckles on his upper, I guess, nose area, and of course in the final product he doesn't have these. And in the photo his bow tie is black, and in the original final it is red. And I guess you can say in this first photo he doesn't have his guitar, but in a lot of official rendered Bonnie photos he doesn't have his guitar anyway. So but in this second photo of him, it seems to be a frame of a jump scare for him, and it's him lifting his mask up when he jump scares the player, supposedly in the demo build for this character. That's a concept, remind you. Now in the original game, I don't think Bonnie does this kind of jump scare at all in canon, so I think this photo is meant to be like a reference to FNAF 2 and like how Bonnie doesn't have his front mask. Really, there isn't really much to say about this second image really for him, because it's really just Bonnie lifting his mask up and just showing you the endoskeleton under it. Now, using the image of the demo build for Freddy Fazbear, this build kind of looks a lot different. Not too much different, but you can tell it doesn't look so different that you think it's an entirely different character, but it looks different enough to where you can tell something's off. So this demo Freddy has smaller eyes than the original Freddy. He doesn't have any color really in them. I mean, it's kind of like robotic endoskeleton eyes with like a red pupil in the middle, and he does have a weirdly shaped head, but that could be the angle I'm seeing. But yeah, that's really about it for this Freddy compared to the original final game FNAF 1 Freddy. But I do think this Freddy from the demo build concept would look a lot more scary in the dark than the one we got in the final product. Now lastly, moving on to the one I think had the most drastic change out of all of them, Foxy the Pirate. Now in this demo photo of Foxy, which I remind you is not a real demo photo of the character, it's just concept art of the characters. So in this photo of Foxy from the concept demo, I cannot tell if it's the filter on the image or just the color of the game that he made for the, model of this concept. But Foxy has, a more darker skin tone. He has like a more grayish skin tone because I think he is meant to be a wolf in this image for his demo build. And he has blue eyes from the image I can see. While in the original game, we all know that Foxy has red fur or, red metallic outsiding and golden or yellow eyes, not blue eyes. And also this demo build of Foxy doesn't have, the eye patch or any eyebrows. I don't know what's up with these characters and not having eyebrows. I forgot to mention that the Freddy of the demo doesn't have eyebrows either. Moving back to Foxy. FNAF 1 Foxy in the final product has strands of hair on his head, or fur. He has red fur at the top of his head that pokes upwards. This Foxy in the demo does not. And I could say that this demo Foxy doesn't have the hook like the original two, but to be fair, the image of the demo Foxy doesn't show his entire body, so we have no idea how the lower body looks compared to the final product. I think these designs will look good on a FNAF port. There was a game a few years ago, I think a year or two ago, that was like this, but it was a faked hack port. So I think this would look good as that. So it's like a fake demo of FNAF 1 of what it could have been. I think it would look really good as that. I like all of their designs. All of their looks and appearances for this concept demo I think are stunning, except for Foxy. I don't like his demo build. I just don't. I get it. It's supposed to be like a before the final draft, but this rough draft is looking bad. I mean, I guess that's why they call it a rough draft, but Jesus Christ. I mean, that's a pretty ugly design for Foxy. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I'm Paxter, the only Paxter. See you guys later. Peace. Post-production Paxter here. I want to say quickly that in the future, or pretty much starting now, I will be moving more videos from this channel to the second channel where videos don't do so well on the main channel. I just move them over to the side channel for you to watch. So if you want to watch it again, or if you've never seen it, it's on the second channel now. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Thanks.